And we're back to it. Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries, or thempers if you prefer, and first, Trashkin, all good evening and welcome to Trash Tier Gaming. I'm your humble host, Rasp Trashbear, and today we're getting back into Alan Wake, where we called a pause on the play. Now, flashing lights are going to be a concern here.
Little by little,
So please.
without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Well, that way's blocked to us, so... And off-roading, we will go. Oh, I remember that chair. But like I was saying, last time we called an audible on the play because it was running a little too long. This is like my favorite weird thing in the game. Oh, would you look at that? Don't mind if I do. Ah, god damn, that is a view. You know, this part of the game aged just fine. Though I do find myself laughing my butt off when they changed out the digital product placement. So I remember right, Verizon stuff got pulled, but not Duracell. Duracell understands the value of product placement. Verizon, not so much. Neither does Doritos, though. We'll get to that story when we get to that story. I don't think of it. I never did bother the first time. I was hell-bent to make it on time. Eh. Leave it lay. Leave it lay. Oh, the road was... Yikes. This thing sounds rough. That looks like a potential stash to me. Oh. Heyo. Been a while since I had to drop the music volume. Almost forgot that was the thing I do.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either.
Ew.
Folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
And unfortunately, none for us. I can't say enough, Trashkin. I love this soundtrack. But alas, I do not wish to get copyright struck from existence. Alright, I think that's far enough. And away we go. I know I missed a lot of collectibles this run, that's fine. We might do a completionist run next year. But for this year, I just want to focus on enjoying this spook. Oh yeah, there's stuff here. I can taste it. There's loot. Collectibles of some format. Okay, I don't think this one is music, but just in case.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me that's strange because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even?
Well, as a polyamorous, I agree.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Fair enough, Pat. Fair enough. Don't think this one actually ends in music, but I'm taking no chances. I'm trying to make life easy on editing, Rasp. We are, of course, a one raccoon show around here. Ooh, we could take the Nova-looking dance number here. I like the pickup. Well, I believe we are there. Sadly, this is like the last remnant. The very last remnant of the open world that Alan Wake was intended to be originally. Like, the idea was gather resources and try to outlast the night. Sadly, that didn't happen. For a number of reasons, but mostly I'm looking at Microsoft. Which is also part of why it took so damn long to get to... Oh, I was about to say Invisible Wall, my old enemy. Hey. Well, let's hear it.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
You're not gonna like how this goes, Mott. You won't like Alan once he gets wild up. You just tend to get some structurally superfluous holes when Alan gets wild up. You know, I've missed a lot of can stacks, haven't I? Oh well. That's what completionist runs are for. No, but finding that chair, I was checking nooks and crannies all over this map. Ah. Bright Falls Coal Mine, or Bright Coal Falls Mine. You make the call. Visitor parking. We ain't visiting.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Ah, hello. Miner's coffee. Alright. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of Bright Falls Coal Mine, 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, German, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich, but hard to get at. The volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Artifacts. Let's see, we got an axe. We have a pickaxe. I can't help but feel those are telling me something about what I'm going to deal with eventually. Tractor. Ooh, high tension music. Alright, let's hear it.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
I think Pat's got the gist of it. 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historic landmarks. Ooh, rail yard. Damn. Ooh.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me.
Probably should have trashed the
The
top.
noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
Just keep the face, Al. Keep the
I
face.
was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Well, it's not like we can run around out there hightailing it. Not with Nightingale and the boys. Ah, there he is.
Wake!
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Ah.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Well, ain't that grand?
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Locked ourselves in a mining building. Terrific work. Ooh, more coffee. Those we're gonna. Oh, we're at battery limit. We're at battery limit. This is a loading station. Whoop. Wanted him to carry us right over the edge. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man,
Whoop.
and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane.
Hold on, let's get that from the top because I goofed.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Oof. Well, that's nice, but I prefer a bigger flashlight. Oh, really? Now I remember why I don't like this level. Oh, my first playthrough, this was the rough spot for me right here. Couple of flashbangs to our name. Oh, but like I was saying earlier, flashing lights are a concern throughout, so please do take all precautions. Truly the downside of a game wherein light is your primary offense and your only safety. Oh, I can wait this out. And I will, because I'm not dropping in there with that. Come to think of it, though. I should have thought of that in the first place. Well, that didn't work out quite to plan, but... yeah, we got batteries to burn. I remember this being darker and more panicking. Yeah, I guess I've grown since then.
What the hell?
Well, don't think anybody's gonna come hanging out around here, but here we go. Oh, great. And the way forward is barred.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Meep meep. Oh. Wrong choice. I see that now. Boom. Ah.
Avoid electrocution.
Well, meet me. Alright, we'll keep mobile. Whoa, that could have worked out poorly. Ooh, the handling on this is a little loose. Anyone else care for some? Ooh. Yeah, that skids feels real weird. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but damn. Flare gun, eh? Yep, we gotta turn off the light to get there. I was a little bit afraid of that. Alright. Time to get a move on. Picked up a shotgun. I have no idea when I picked up a shotgun, but okay. Whoop. Ooh. Well, that was rough. Oh, of course there's going to be party favors. Whoa! Damn. I tell you, you don't get that kind of loyalty out of most employees. Definitely not me. I'm not willing to fight for my building. The trash heap's on its own if it's a fight. Woo! Trust no one in the dark. Ah. There we are. Oh, hey, there's the chair again. Oh. Follow.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
But the set of development from here to Alan Wake 2 is a long, twisting, and odd path is an understatement, Trashkin. It's complex, and I still don't quite have a complete grip, but part of it was courtesy of Microsoft. Ooh, that's a fine-looking dumpster. I hope I don't have to fight this dumpster. There we go. If I'd have to bust it off. Oh joy. The continuing theme of no heckin' safety.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
No, they weren't. Bright Falls Power is not what you call your standard power company. Why, yes. Bright Falls Power and Light Power. Going the extra mile for you. Incidentally, now hiring. Oh, I don't have to do the use. But it gives me joy to hear that pop. There it is. Have fun! That was a waste. better. I was wheeling around to here, so why fight it? Let's see what we got here.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
You have the feeling Nightingale has really weak literary analysis skills? Just saying. Not saying their taste is bad. I'm just saying I find their literary references somewhat suspect. Ooh, pay dirt. Just gotta go in this spooky mine shaft. Then go get that coffee I saw in that support there. Ah, excellent. Oh, joy. Bang, bang! Bang, I say! Well, that felt cheesy, but it worked, so I'll take it. It feels real day from nighty to me. There we go. Oh, what do you expect? She's not a platformer. Don't take the expressway down, Trashkin. It turns out real rough for you. Oh well, since we're here, and they don't hand out points for not taking gear. Ooh. Reload. Alright. So we got plenty of shotgun bullets, plenty of batteries.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Yep. Yep, we'll switch. Well, up we go. Three or more is my rule of thumb, but I'm willing to compromise. Scramble up, scramble up. Oh, mama. Well, I've been at this for half an hour. Feels longer.
dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
Miner's graveyard, huh?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Well, that felt silly blowing a flash grenade on that. Worked out though. I think I missed that building every time. Nothing unnerving about that. That's perfectly normal minecart behavior. That's just gravity. That is nothing to be worried about. Surely. Surely that is not the game foreshadowing my
The place was
doom.
dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Jesus. Oh. Woo! On the dodge, no less. Alan, get... Alright, fine. Invisible window walls. Invisible windows this time, I guess. You know, I don't believe I tried the first time. Well, now I know. Now I know. Oh. What you got for me, game?
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Ah, okay. Sounds... That is some of the hell of writer's block. Sometimes you just don't wanna. Gray Peak Gorge, originally founded in 1928, Gray Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there. A grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Grey Gorge Peach was abandoned almost overnight when Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. Huh. Oh, this is a trap. And I know it. But I want that coffee. Huh. Could have sworn I was going to get ambushed there. Ah, well. Things about to get weird, Trashkin. I remember the kid precisely how. Two refrigerators. Oh, cut me a break. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this was the section where I learned to hate possessed objects. I remember being real salty about those. It's not the cheapest of the possessed objects. That's not for a while, Trashkin. I'll call that out when we get there. Oh, you! I remember you, Trashkin. I'd like you to meet a very dear friend of mine, the Iron Horse. Scared the hell out of me the first time, let me tell you. Now it's just a fond memory. First time I really struggled because I was just plain out of batteries. Oh. Well, no options there. Hello. A key. I suppose I don't actually have to fight that, then I do suppose. Ah.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Yes. They fit. Yeah, let's worry less about the tornado and more about GTFO. Well, I managed to shove the camera directly in the flashlight somehow. Yeah, looking at the time to clear this, I dare say it was the right call to split this up a bit.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Aha. Stuff. But I got an ammo. Always welcomed. Really, I never think to myself, flare gun and ammo in this game now? Yeah, that sentence will never exit your mouth, Trashkin. No, flare guns are to be jealously guarded. To be used for the correct time.
Birds.
Yep, that's that quality workmanship. And stay down. Heckin' burbs. I think we're gonna let this battery passively regen for a minute. Though if you haven't taken the hint, Trashkin, that's not how batteries work. They don't just, gain as you wait. Almost like somebody... Oops. Well, any crash landing you can walk away from, Trashkin. Hello? Drop my pasty, and I seem... Drop my pasty, and I seem to have found myself in a mine without my lunch. No Tommy knockers down here, right? Tunnels go to Cauldron. I don't think this is a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Yeah, I'll just bet there's a manuscript down here.
Alice?
Alice!
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Pretty sure that's instant death down there. Ah, there's the manuscript page I'm after.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Well, I guess that's who we're fighting. Well, I'm glad I picked up that hunting rifle. Hmm? But yeah, the lake is a conduit for this monstrosity. That's why the closer we got to it, the more we heard it. But I'm sure there's more lore and better equipped folks to tell you about that, Trashkin. For some of us who were young, foolhardy, and deeply concerned with conserving ammunition and supplies, we were a little busy to notice at the time. Anyway, while I'm jogging this way up, how you doing, Trashkin? You having a good time? Well, I had a good time doing it. Not so much editing. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Alright, still got the lion's share of our ammo somehow. Not so much the flares, but oh, and I almost missed you.
Even behind the
Man.
closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
You know, as much of a mess as Nightingale is, I do have some sympathy for them. But at the same time, dude, you look at the choice and you're just like, my man, this is not it. Oh, don't mind if I do. I have to say, I think what I noticed most about this section is the distinct lack of radios at this portion.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Maybe. Not exactly the world's most advanced puzzle, but it should do. I must admit, it's a very cool shaft. That's a little mine humor for your Trashkin. Now, things are going good at the old trash heap. I think the main issue for our summers has been largely resolved. Which is good, because that was really keeping me way too busy. I'm definitely keeping up with the step down as best I can. Because I'm recording this during the start of fall, tail end of July. Hopefully that remains true come fall. We get little bursts of activity throughout the year, because you know it's not the same all the time. Some winters are meaner. Some springs are more hectic. Some summers are absolute chaos because something went awry. Or somebody else's station or trash heap just burned down. Can't bring trash there. You gotta bring it somewhere else. We agree to help out for a fee, of course. So we're taking on extra trash. The amount of trash we compile is the amount of trash we compile. That unfortunately does not magically change because there's a higher demand. I'm thinking this way. Thinking this way. Ooh, and there's a ladder. And there's flares. I'm definitely getting ambushed. Oh god. It's gorgeous, but I hate it.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Alright. Use the ladder. Ladders are our friend. I like that Alan doesn't have a fancy ladder slide. I believe that an offer who is not perhaps the most physically fit and robust of us all would elect not to do that, and hell, I actively elect not to do that. See, the round frame ladders kind of went out of style, because they realized people could do the slide, I think is part of it. Goddamn burbs. Goddamn burbs. Look, I like Hitchcock as much as the next dude, but come on. Well, before we do. Flare gun ammo. Oh, I'm not wasting fair guns on crows, sir. I am not new. Ah, early. There she goes. I get the distinct feeling this thing's gonna betray me halfway across, but...
Another cable car. Just great.
Ah, relax, Alan. We're gonna live. Probably. Just take in the view, buddy. Relax. Stupid? Yes. Effective? Also true. Oh, they gave up. Huh. Okay, that... I believe I've upset the darkness again. Oh, I was right. We did get betrayed halfway across, more or less. I do believe the darkness is upset with us. Whatever for, I wonder. Hey! Revolver, bullets, and batteries. I'll take the hint. 20 rounds of mystery rifle ammo. Yeah, do. Scoot on through. Woo! More rifle ammo. Cauldron Lake. The eighth deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake, is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. And even the underground activity was comparatively mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in Bright Falls area, as well as central figure in many folklore tales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Well, let's damn near be there. Incidentally, I can't help wonder if Mere Peak is a nod of the cap to good old Twin Peaks. I don't trust it. Uh-oh. Well, here's hoping that's a checkpoint. Hey! Well, here you go. Here we go. Oh, and I almost did notice that coffee. Can't hide from me, caffeine. Alright, again, but better. Coffee. Well, that was worth 2 flare rods, I dare say. Let's make sure that's loaded. I think we can afford to spend a little rifle ammo now. Oh, I know where to go. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, look at you. Don't think I've ever appreciated a drop quite so much as right now. Some batteries would have been nice, but flare gun will do just fine. I can take a hint, game. Appreciate the good signposting.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, I'm fine with Emil not being happy. Now, those of you that watched the playthrough of Control are a little aware of what happened to Emil, and keep that to yourself, okay? You'll spoil the reveal. Ah, there we are. bonk. Bonk, I said. Thank you. Kick, punch, it's all in the butt. Wait. Oh, you. I hate you. This section. Oh, this section. Tom. Sage, TZ. You talk to me on TV, Tom. Did you write this? I miss you, Tom. Tom. I curse you, Tom is saying. CW. TZ. Somebody had a wee bit of a crush. Oh yeah, we could definitely afford to burn some ammo. It's an ambush! Boom. Yeah! And we still have a round to spare, baby. Whoa! That's what I get for being cocky. So you're like, I got this! Nope. Anybody else? Okay, terrific! Now I remember why I'm salty about this. Oh, over here. What the hell was this building all about in the middle of nowhere? Aha! Trying to hide caffeine from me again, game. Yeah, right call to split this episode in two. I dare say. If we ever get there, reach Muir Peak Lookout. If
I
we
could
ever...
see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Ooh, another page.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
You and me both.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
This jerk.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! I'm sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make him play ball. You see? To get him writing for us. Please. Please.
Well, it's not funny to break the villains before I do, Darkness. Oh. Those aren't good sounds. Good call, Wake. Don't know what's gonna save us. And the end of this cutscene, Trashkin, will be the episode. I hope you enjoyed our time this week. I certainly have. So until next time, which will be very soon, remember to count your spoons, hydrate, medicate, and take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Well, I tried to get the outro in during the cutscene, but I ran a little too long-winded and had to bring us back to the title screen to cut it before Red White Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seed popped up, I do believe. Hold on, let me check the extras real quick. Up Jump the Devil. Yeah, that was actually the first thing by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds I knew was Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And it stuck in my head real hard, like the rest of everything in this game, other than Violet Indiana Kissing Air, which now has wedged itself in my brain good and proper. But I hope you enjoyed your time this week. I certainly enjoyed making it, other than editing. I keep making life interesting for editing, Rasp. I don't know what to tell you, Trashkin. And of course, until next time on Trashbear Gaming, remember to hydrate, medicate, and count your spoons. Take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Go play some games. Good night, and I'll see you all in the next one.